home video.
So if you've been hanging around my channel for any length of time, I'm sure you've heard me lovingly opine about the 1981 slasher, The Burning. The Burning is a slasher that, until recently, had been all but forgotten, overshadowed by its contemporaries like Friday the 13th, Halloween, and their many sequels. Even other one-off slashers from the 80s like My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day seem to have gotten more recognition than The Burning throughout the years. But for me, The Burning just hits differently. When it comes to slashers, I have certain standards, a series of criteria that can turn a good slasher into a great slasher, and The Burning nails them all. For starters, I love the characters. Woodstock, Glazer, Dave, Sally, Michelle, even creepy-ass Alfred. They're all well written, with fun dialogue, they get into amusing situations prior to getting slaughtered, and when they are eventually slaughtered, you feel for them. In most slashers, you want the characters to meet a grisly end. But not here. You actually like these characters. They are, for the most part, good kids, and not at all deserving of the butchery they're subjected to here. The cast is definitely a high point, full of familiar faces like Jason Alexander, Ned Eisenberg, Fisher Stevens, Holly Hunter, as well as Leah Ayres of Bloodsport and Carrick Glenn from Girls' Night Out. Now when it comes to the slaughtering, all I have to say is Tom Savini. The kills in The Burning are vicious. Our antagonist's weapon of choice is hedge clippers, and he uses them in a way not approved by the National Gardening Association. And yes, that is a thing. Chances are, if you've heard one thing about The Burning, it's the raft scene, and it lives up to the hype. This is a masterful massacre of swift and unprecedented brutality. It only lasts a few seconds, but the bloodshed and carnage contained within those few seconds... The kills in The Burning are some of the finest in horror history, period. And the old-school sleight-of-hand effects hold up so well, even under the scrutiny of ultra-high def. One thing The Burning doesn't get recognized for, even from most of its admirers, is how good the movie looks. I appreciate the stylish flair director Tony Maylam provided, and the tight editing from Jack Shoulder. Cropsey is also a unique killer, named after the urban legend often told around campfires in the Northeast. Our Cropsey is one pissed-off former caretaker turned vengeful, bloodthirsty burn victim after a prank gone too far. He returns to the place where he was scarred beyond recognition to get revenge, even though the campers he's killing had nothing to do with his current roasted and toasted state. The Burning certainly has the fun factor, with lots of camp tomfoolery and hijinks. Yes, there's plenty of TNA if you're into that sort of thing. Pervert. The score is fantastic, and of course, there's a campfire plot dump. Actually, there are two. The Burning is also famous, or infamous, for being the very first Miramax film produced by the Weinsteins. Their influence on The Burning can be felt mostly in the final act. According to Jack Shoulder, the Weinsteins barred director Maylam from the editing room, and the legend of Harvey Scissorhands was born. The final act still manages to establish some nice suspense and a satisfying finale. The Burning is quintessential viewing for any 80s slasher fan. For me, it's one of the best slashers ever made. I can watch it anytime. It brings me nothing but joy. I love everything about it. I cannot recommend The Burning any higher. Now, I've watched The Burning countless times on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and now in 4K, and I could definitely notice the uptick in image quality on this new 4K from Scream Factory. There was a definite improvement in terms of clarity and detail, and there were a handful of moments that just popped for me visually in a way they've never popped before. As far as audio is concerned, we're treated to a DTS HD Master audio track, which sounded clear and full-bodied. I'd give the 4K picture quality and sound quality on this release a solid 4.5 out of 5. Nothing in terms of extras have changed here. There's nothing new added, but the extras that were ported over from the Blu-ray release are still pretty good. The commentary from director Tony Maylam is informative, and the interviews, although brief, are also pretty good. As far as packaging, this release comes with a slipcase, and I did appreciate the fact that they stuck with the original poster art for the slipcase and for the sleeve. And no, the sleeve is not reversible. So if you already own the Blu-ray from Scream Factory that came out many years ago, whether or not you want to upgrade to the 4K really depends on whether or not you have to own the film in the best possible quality available at the moment. For me, this upgrade was a no-brainer because I love the movie to death, and I do think the 4K is an improvement over the standard Blu-ray. If you picked up the Scream Factory Burning 4K release, please let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments section below. Or if you plan on sticking with just the standard Blu-ray, let me know down below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.